Good morning. This is Rosemary, and this is the Lightwalker's Path located in New Jersey. I'm Rosemary DiTrolio, Hands Alight by Rosemary. And the Lightwalker's Path is a place to meet your soul's purpose, enlighten your mind, and hear interesting conversation, and meet wonderful people like today's guest, Mary Golden, Mary Walker Golden. She is a person that is a heartfelt mother and healer. She empowers other people through yoga, neuro-linguistic programming, and energy medicine training. She has a bachelor's degree in science and technology for health and wellness coaching. And her program, created in 2022, is called the Goddess Wellness Program. And she has a club called the Worthy Goddess Club. I love that. I love that. Welcome. How are you?
Thank you for having me. I'm doing really well today. How about yourself?
Very well, thank you. I got some really interesting questions for you. One of them being the ageless goddess I am. I want to know about your goddess club. Tell me about that.
Absolutely. Yeah, that word just kept like buzzing for me a few years ago, and I was growing my own study of that just feeling of like being in the driver's seat in your life,
Yeah,
feeling like you're part of
yeah.
it, not like you're just getting pulled. So
Hold along. Yeah.
yeah, that goddess, archetype was really just all in my head, all in my heart. And it was probably the first time that I was starting to exercise my own confidence muscles, confidence, of course, coming from the Latin confidere or with trust. So I was
Oh,
like,
I
you
love
know what? I'm feeling like I need to do a program, something about the goddess. I want to share this.
that.
In the
Yes.
past, I had just shared yoga classes or workshops.
Yes.
And so I just got this calling to like create a group program for women where we could connect and practice self-care together. And I said, let's call it the Worthy Goddess Club. Why not?
I love that. So do you do these virtually or is it an in-person gathering or is it both?
It's actually mostly online. So
Right.
the virtual space is evolving. I have a new platform, but mostly you're encouraged to be at home and kind of carve out some time for yourself, some space for yourself for self-care at home. I know a lot of us, pre-pandemic, were like, let's
Yes.
go out and go to our class and meet up and do our
Yes.
thing.
Yes.
And life shifted, and now mine too. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, let me make this little corner in my bedroom where I can roll my mat out and do my thing. And so I'm encouraging women to do that, but I do have some women who I call it, this is new too. I just started sharing my self-care, which it means like I'll
Mhm.
be doing my yoga at this time. If you want to come by, let's get together, let's do that. So that really helps us like build community and encouraging women in the club and all of us to really share that time and take walks together and do things that nourish us and make us feel happy and healthy.
That's beautiful. And you're located in New Jersey, Harmony Township, New Jersey.
Yes.
So that's really cool. Do you have like how do people find you if they're looking around to find that particular thing? How would we find you? What's your website?
My social media is at Mary Golden Wellness, and that's Instagram, Facebook. That's one of the best ways to start seeing more about what I'm doing. And then if people want to see my offerings on my site and learn more about the Worthy Goddess Club, they
Mm-hmm.
can go to bit.ly/Mary Golden Wellness. I'll share that link with you later too.
Yeah,
If
I'll put it in the description. Once this runs on the platforms that have a place where there's writing, like on YouTube, I'm going to post that with your direct link so people can click and find you. So that would be great. So I see you have other things that you do. So you do yoga. Do you do neuro-linguistic programming as part of your business, or that's just something you're well versed in doing? Is it part of what you offer?
That's just something I'm passionate about, that I received a training in from a good friend and mentor several years ago. And it spoke to me so deeply because I realized, oh, now I have some of the training manuals here about how to program this computer,
Yeah.
aka our
Yes,
brain.
yes.
and speak to the subconscious, which is really the part of us that's running the show.
Yeah.
Now it's felt like, oh, I can open the communication lines here and
Yeah.
little, some tips and tricks to really help reinforce that message of, we're worthy, we're here for a
Yes.
reason, and um, let's kind of bypass some of this beating
Yeah.
ourselves down, negative self-talk and,
Yeah.
harmful downloads that we've kind of accumulated, and take that driver's seat role and have some tools that can help us,
Yeah.
stay on that path.
That's really powerful. I know that I'm not, I don't think this one has hypnosis in it, but is this the one with the eye training where you look different ways or not? Or is it the tapping?
No, but I've heard of that with the eyes, and I'm intrigued. But NLP is
Yes.
more of a self-talk, how you communicate with yourself,
Okay. Okay.
neural,
Yes.
brain, linguistic, this.
Yes. Oh, I gotcha. I gotcha. Yeah.
Okay.
I,
So an
yeah.
example of this would be let me think of a good one. My mentor Bob was amazing. He had a lot of funny stories and ways to share how words are things.
Oh, they're powerful.
Angela
Yes.
said that,
Yeah.
for example, like don't try to do something. Don't
Do it. Yes. Don't
try.
use
Just,
try. Yeah.
just let your message be, I'm doing it or I'm
I,
not doing it.
I choose to.
And
Yeah.
when we have a choice, that's what empowerment is. That's
Yes.
the trauma informed approach.
Yes.
It's just knowing you have choices too. And it's so helpful because a lot of times we say like, oh, I can't.
Oh,
Or,
yeah. You're always right if you say you can't.
yeah.
Isn't
And then
that?
no, I can. And
Yeah.
no, I won't. I won't because I
Yes.
won't have the choice. I won't do
I
that.
won't. Actually, it's funny because I teach that in the law of attraction and how when you're speaking truth out, you're speaking your truth, you're actually speaking what you want to magnetically draw to you. So when you are saying, I can't, I won't, I'm not worthy, then that comes to you, not because you're being punished, but you've called it in through your energies. So that's I get what you're saying now, and I think that's something that is really powerful for people to know is that even how you talk to yourself creates your life. You know, what you believe about yourself creates your experience. So that's really awesome. Okay. You also do, okay, what kind of energy medicine do you do or have you been trained with? I'm a Reiki master teacher, so I'm curious at which one you were drawn to learn or
I
no.
know, right? It's so ironic because it's all energy.
Yeah,
So
it sure is. Just different names for what it is, right?
yes, but I was very pulled in by Donna Eden, has Eden
Uh-huh.
Energy Medicine, and
Yes.
she has a um, student of hers that took that to a beautiful combination of Eden Energy Medicine.
Mm-hmm.
It is a practice of self-touch, again, communication, how we work with
Yes.
the body. It's a lot of rhythmic movements and ways to just activate
Okay.
your energy systems. And then she had a student who was a yoga teacher, Lauren Walker, and Lauren took the
Okay.
Eden Energy Medicine and infused yoga with it. And it
Oh,
was
I love that.
beautiful. So it's called EEM yoga, or Eden Energy Medicine Yoga,
EEM.
essentially. And Lauren's work, I studied with her and really found it so empowering for me to have like ways to kind of speak with my body, ways to
Love
like
that.
use my energy. Bodies
Mhm.
don't speak English, bodies speak vibration,
They
bodies
do.
systems. They speak flows. So I've, used some of these like tapping patterns are a part of
Hmm.
it. I've
Hmm.
added mantras to them. One of my
Yes.
favorite
Yes.
is I am healthy, I am strong, I am worthy, I belong. And we do that while tapping these
Yes.
points. And it really, for me, has felt like it shifts how my body operates. It's like, yep, I'm healthy. Like that's what we're
Yeah.
doing. That's the message. And so it's aligning these parts of us that are sometimes on different pages, the mind, the body.
Right. Right. I love that. I know the body has the original wisdom that we need. Like it's not up here. This is the processing point. So I know if something goes off in my body, I'm like, oh, my shoulder hurts. That must mean I'm carrying a thought burden that I shouldn't be carrying on this shoulder.
Mm.
Or if you feel, a lot of women or people I've worked with feel here in the solar plexus region, your confidence center of how you approach the world. And when you are not confident in yourself and you've had experiences of people trying to make you feel less, we do that ourselves, but being in a situation where we don't know our value, we begin kind of getting a feeling in this area of the third chakra, like I'm not good enough. So I think to be aware of your chakras and your body systems is really powerful. So I know when I train my healers, I go through the chakras, like what they mean, the body parts. If you get a pain in your elbow, what does it mean? Or your knee, and connecting it with your emotionality. And I think that's really a powerful lesson that you also do that with your yoga.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've been getting so intrigued lately by TCM too, like traditional
Uh,
Chinese medicine showing
Oh, I know. I know. It's
organs
awesome.
store different feelings. And I'm just like,
Yes.
tell me more. It's so it rings true. And then, I can sense that too sometimes, like, oh, there's the anxiety. I feel
Yeah. Yeah. There it is.
it in my belly. Yep. And then I
Yeah.
like, okay, and what can I do about it? Like, okay,
Yes.
can we
Breathing,
pause right
breathing.
now? We breathe.
Deep breathing. One of my former clients, I met him when he was 19 before he became a doctor. He's now an acupuncturist and a doctor in New Jersey and New York. And he's adorable. His name's Dr. Ben.
Dr. Ben,
And
I saw your interview with him.
Dr. Ben Craig. Yeah, I trained him when he was 19,
Hmm.
and he's just so talented. And there's such a flow of, I think we're integrating a lot of different modalities now in this time because it is the goddess time. We are stepping out of the male-dominated system that's been kind of holding us hostage for years and into the goddess. And I think that's why we're all coming together. We're all joining forces in different ways to help people. So that's really interesting. So are you going to go ahead and like this understanding of herbal health and that? Are you beginning to pull that into your business, do you think?
A little bit, yes. Right
Yeah.
now, we tend to have a monthly theme in the Worthy Goddess Club, which is fabulous. We just finished up the chakras. Actually, we were going through each
Uh-huh.
one throughout
Yeah.
the months past, and now we just went into self-love for February, and
Love
it's
that.
really
Yeah.
focused on our physical body, like how we relate with our body image, how we relate with movement and stillness. And now this part of the month, and this is the first time I've done this, but I feel like that teacher part of me, and
Oh
she
yeah.
she's like challenged by, you know, going too much, too far, like almost just being all in the masculine energy, like this is right, this is wrong, like here's how to do it, like kind of teaching in that way. And now
It's more intuitive,
it's
right?
more, yeah, I now I'm moving into this part of the month teaching about how to heal our relationships with food and drink. So I am
Oh,
starting
that's
to
interesting. Yeah.
incorporate Ayurveda, the sister science of yoga. I have an
Love
Ayurvedic
that.
um, counselor who's going to join us in the club Monday. Sometimes we have guests join and share their
Yeah, yeah.
specialties too. But yeah, to
Beautiful.
kind of share like how I've healed some of my relationship with food,
Mm-hmm.
drink, and eating, because that's a big pain point for women,
That
especially.
first chakra, right? The first
Yes.
the pole of survival. I get it. No, I that's perfect.
So now that to like, sorry to finish
Go ahead, finish.
or about the goddess energy is like that's my sharing in this space, is like this is my embodied wisdom. This is what
Yes.
I've experienced, and I'm giving myself permission to share from there. And what that does is this is the healing, this is the transformation for my clients, is that they step in and they're like,
Hmm.
I have permission to listen to my body and to value that information,
Yes.
to honor that, and then to move forward what's good for me. So it's not that
Yeah.
of like, here's the
Yeah.
prescription and here's the steps and you're a winner. No, it's like, let's get in our power as individuals in a collective space that we're doing it together. We're accountable. We're
Circle. It's the circle. And I always say there's power in the circle. There's not power in the square or the triangle. It's power in the circle. So it's all about sharing collective wisdom, Oh, I'm sorry, I'm starting to channel. Okay, they want me to say this. Okay,
Yeah.
so we're
I
all
love
sharing collective wisdom, and part of sharing collective wisdom is being truthful and authentic to who you are, your struggles and your pain, and then allowing people to see that vulnerability is actually a strength. And I think that's where we're stepping into the goddess years. It's not, I have to be strong, I have to like power through. It's not that. It's more like, hey, this is vulnerable, but it's also my power. And I think when you're a sensitive or an empath like I am, our superpowers are this intuition we have. The strength carried us when we're falling apart, but that superpower is actually the ability to intuit and to be with the moon energy of the woman. So I
Mhm.
think that's really our power. Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, they stepped in. Every once in a while that happens. My angels will step in and just tell me to poke me till I say something. Okay.
Love it. I'm glad I got to experience it and see what that looks like too, because I thought you had the chills or something. And then you're like,
I
oh,
did. I did. I get the chilies. When they come in, they're like, say this. I'm like, okay, fine. Okay. All right. So for self-growth, I know you've been on quite a path yourself. What was the impetus for you to put you on this healing path that you're on now?
well, there were a couple different entry points um, that really helped me learn that I had some say, if not
Mhm.
now, I use the words empowerment and trust.
Yeah. Yes.
At least 20 years ago, it was more like you have some say
Yes.
in
Yes. You're
your life.
allowed a little
Like,
bit.
wait, I have a little say in it. Like, wait, you're saying I
Yeah.
can do something for myself? Like, no, this is shocking. And that was, by way of attending a yoga class with my mom. We were going to the gym and there's classes and we're
Yeah. Yeah.
okay, let's check it out. And my goddess teacher, Annalyn, had us lay down for 5 minutes at the end, and just that luxury of
Yeah.
sitting and lying down and doing nothing and not having expectations for 5 minutes was something I'd never even fathomed, let alone experienced.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that was really like a catch, an attention
Right. Right.
for me. And then I followed my teacher for several years and was like, yep, I need more yoga. At the time, I was
Uh,
really, like I said, disconnected, very much um, overwhelmed or like totally, totally focused on like, what does everyone else want? What does everyone else need?
People pleaser.
Yeah,
Well,
people
here they
are
are. Be me.
it. And yeah, I had this like fun, bubbly, like
Yeah.
I was going out partying way too much. I was like, just wanted like the good times to never end. And then if I was like at home alone, sitting with 20 minutes to spare, it was like, wee,
What
wee,
do I do?
alarms going off. Like, what is wrong? Something's wrong here because I was so
Yes.
used to constantly giving.
Yeah, distraction though. You think about it, a lot of the people that are not focused inward, it's like that distraction so that you feel alive or that you're like sometimes in people I've found too, if they've experienced a lot of trauma or turmoil early years, it feels normal. So even to sit and be in that calm space, like all these feelings bubble up and like what do you do with them? You have to learn how to like go inward and integrate them into who you are. And I think I see a lot of people in their 30s, 40s, and even 50s that come to me and they're scrambled. And they're like, I don't know who I am. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what to do. And I get that now, especially now. There's a big shift going on and a lot of people are struggling. So,
Absolutely. And that you mentioned that word trauma, and I
yeah,
actually recently gone through a couple traumatic experiences in that like
sorry. Yeah,
moving from young
yeah,
teenager to like young adult. And I didn't realize it at the time, but I was like,
yeah,
that was all, a lot of that was trauma
yeah.
response because we only can grow as much as we feel safe to.
That's
So
true. That's
at
true.
that moment, safe for me was partying, probably
Yeah,
putting myself in what my 40
harm's
something
way. Right.
world would say. That's yeah, that's
Yeah,
like borderline
harm's way. Yeah.
life and doom there. Yeah, so I was like, that was the norm. And this call to connect with myself came through yoga. And so then when I found out my teacher was giving a training, I said, I'm in, even though at the time I was bartending. I was working in the city at Sirius XM Radio. And I
Oh,
was, yep, I can do yoga teacher.
oh,
It'll fit perfectly in between,
yes.
working in the
Yes.
morning and working
I
at night.
don't need to eat. I don't need to do anything.
And I was, it's like, some part of me did it. So thank you, that part, Goddess, because I needed that for
Mm.
myself. But then when I had it, I was like, okay, now I need to share this. And again, this bubbly, excited, like, let's share yoga. I would hold classes in the park down by
Oh, that's neat. Yeah.
September and just be like, it's free yoga. I love yoga. Do you want to do it with me? And but surprisingly enough, Rosemary, a lot of times like it would just be me sitting there like no one was coming and I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, I need to share this. Like, who wants this? And it took some time to kind of figure out like that wisdom of like the student appears, the
The
teacher appears
teacher's
when the
ready.
student's
Yeah.
ready. Like, it needs to be someone who wants this that
Yes.
I
Yes.
send to because, if not, like you're just
Yes.
trying to fit a square in a
Yeah.
trying to fit the peg in the wrong place. So yeah, it just it felt really nice to have those tools for myself and then feel inspired to share them. And then yeah, other iterations of this just really it's that's the learning when you start
Yeah.
to like wake up to that goddess intuition and wisdom because there's
Mhm.
always a next step. There's always like a next
Always
level.
the next thing. I think a lot of it comes with surrendering too. And I know that as women and as people that always want to help other people, sometimes we overdo, we do more, we keep doing more, thinking more gives us more love, more this, more that, more attention. And what happens is we get depleted and we're not aligned with what is really going on with us. Like I am loved enough, I'm good enough. And that's that worthiness piece that you are working with your clients as well. Once you have that, there's no need to like do more, more, more because you already have that. It's just the alignment and who can appreciate it in you. And people run from desperation, don't they? It's like the times when I'm like, this is not my class. You get nobody, but when you're like, hey, they will come when they're ready, and then all of a sudden people start coming in, and it always seems like that. You have to release it to get it back. Let it go, get it back. Oh, I just lost your voice. You just went silent.
That's
Oh, there you are. Oh,
thing.
it can't hear you. You're coming in and out on your voice.
Let me just
Oh, I hear you now.
we're good for now.
Yeah, yeah, that's weird. Okay. What's going on? Oh my goodness. Yeah. All
You
right.
know, there's an interesting statistic that I like to share
Sure.
about it somehow like for me just relates to that sense of worth and really the divine makes no mistakes. So
Mm, I
when we're
agree.
when we're here, we're put together with over 50 trillion cells in the human body, and statistics show that the odds of any one of us being here today are about 1 in 400 quadrillion
Isn't that amazing? Wow.
based on
Yeah.
based on math and life like this person
Yes.
and the timing and the genes and who you are 1 in 400 quadrillion, so it's like wow,
Wow.
how could that be a mistake in
Yeah.
one and on the other side it's like oh well I could be anyone. No, but you're here for a reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's enough. And we're enough. And that overdoing, like you said, like that constant, like people pleasing, it is like, in some way, this striving to like maybe prove, like maybe I'm the exception. Maybe I'm not worthy. Like maybe I need to do,
Yeah. I want to be good enough, that whole thing.
yeah. But if, we're people pleasing, we want to show others, that they're worthy and we want to care for our
Yeah.
kids, our aging parents, our workplace, then for that to hold true, if
Hmm.
they're special, then we have to, it's got to be true for
Yeah.
you, or
Yeah.
the whole, law
Whole
fails.
system caves. Yeah, yeah. No, that's absolutely true. And I know sometimes, we put ourselves behind other people as far as I'd care more for someone else's feelings than my own. And at time, it's a nice quality, but also could bite you in the tush because then you start forgetting that you are part of the mix. So it's a give and take. And I know, one of my lessons in life was it has to be a give and take and not to accept just taking, just the other person just taking. It has to be a balance of give and take. And that all comes from knowing that, it's allowed. I don't need permission other than the one I give myself. And that's really my lesson too. And it's been a constant reminder through relationships, through people. I'm like, I got that darn lesson again. I must not have it right yet. You keep getting it until you get it. So, yeah, yeah. So you have children? Do you have children, Mary?
Yes.
What ages are they?
My son is 9 and my daughter is 4.
Love that. My grandsons, I have a 9-year-old, eight, actually he's 8-year-old grandson and a 5-year-old grandson. And I was a third grade teacher for 32 years. So I had the eights and the nines, and I love that age. I love that age. Yeah. Yeah. They're really so into everything, collecting things and learning things. Their little brains growing. It's such an exciting age to be, right?
Yeah. My son's a basketball fanatic right now. So we had a basketball
Yeah.
day last weekend. He's collecting the cards. He loves it. And dad coaches too. So that's
Oh, that's nice.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's really nice. Okay. Um, all right. Do you have some unusual talent or thing you do when you're not doing your yoga? Do you have something that you just love to do for your own benefit? Or is that part of what you do? Because I find I do a lot of what I do because I love it.
I know, I hear you. Yeah, my unusual passion, you might call it, is house music. I love house music. I listen to it. My husband DJs it sometimes. Like if there's a night where, the kids are grandma and grandpa's like, we are turning up the house music, pretending it's 2001 and we're at a club dancing, like just dancing in that free,
The dance music, yeah.
like is that's my like turned up
Yes.
people place. I also I love movement like that, like being outside, like a nature walk. I haven't been yet this winter, but God willing, again someday, snow,
Yeah.
like being like
Yes.
fresh
Immerse.
air and just feeling that
Yeah.
that exertion of like being alive, is those are some of my faves. And then yeah, the Gemini in me, then I'll roll the mat out.
Oh, that's how we get along. One of my really close friends is a Gemini. I love Gemini. I'm a Libra, but a Sagittarius rising under there.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, I have Sag family members and love them all. And my Libra, you understand that's the balance to the Gemini, right?
Yes, yes.
And then I'll roll the mat out and then I'll like, just kind of do what feels good. Stretch.
Uh,
Sometimes it's yoga poses. Sometimes it's like I just wanted to move like that. And then I just kind of
yeah.
can take a little rest or integration. I love using like my self-care download for a busy mom stage of life has been
Oh, good.
just be for 3, because if I can just give myself permission that 3 minutes is enough and let myself
Mhm.
set the timer on 3 minutes, and I'm like
Mhm.
out after, I'm like, okay, new mom, like new,
Yeah, yeah.
because
Just a
I
little reset, just a short reset, right?
so
Oh, that's beautiful. Your voice is cutting out a little bit, and just, later on, just check it because it goes in and out. So I have
mm,
to just see. Okay. Um, okay. I know for you, like since you do a lot of yoga, that's a beautiful grounding activity. I know for me too, like I love walking in the woods, and I did a nice hike on the first day of the new year in the snow, and it was such a phenomenal experience. And like I hadn't done that before. I've done hiking, but this was a group of people just hiking in the snow on New Year's Day. And it was really fun. So I want to employ more of that in my life. I used to do yoga, but now like, everything's hurting. There's certain things I can't do. I can't do that. Like, the pose where you put your neck back or the plow with the knee. It's like, there's certain things I can't do very well anymore. But
yeah, it's
we do, right?
what we do. And I always say, do what feels good and let that be your yoga. So a lot of times there'll be, you know, a hand
Yeah.
in and we're all together and we're all kind of doing our own version of something.
Yeah.
Feels
Right.
And yeah, today, like there's, physically, there's those seasons where the sea,
Uh-huh.
like top of my game. This season I'm post surgery on my hip, or this season I'm
Yeah.
s- slept wrong and my neck's all aggravated. So we just kind of um, give ourselves permission because that's a big one too. Because a lot
Yeah.
being in yoga class and being like, I got
Not judging self.
right instead of like I give myself permission to do what feels good for me. That's and I will use permission slips. Talk about third grade teacher Rosemary, like
Yeah.
know what about them speaks to me, but it's like when my mom used to have to sign it for me and I could go on the trip, great. Like we are adults now, and I don't think we ever like took the time to give ourselves permission or to make commitments to ourselves, right? We commit
Yes.
and mortgages and things like that, and we didn't commit to like I want to be happy, or I commit
Yeah.
taking care of my body, or I commit
Absolutely.
a commitment is kind of the that's
Yeah.
the end goal,
What
but
you're doing for you. That's why I think like when I make a plan, I'll put it in my calendar. Like if I'm going to go do a massage or whatever, I write it in my calendar, and that's an appointment to myself. So if someone else calls me and says, "Can I do something at that time that I have that?" It's like, "I'm sorry, but I already have an appointment." It's with me, but it's my appointment, and I have to keep it because if I don't, I'm not honoring my authentic self that I would tell someone else to be. So I have to be really careful to walk my talk, and that's what you do when you're authentic to yourself. You have to do what you're telling other people to do, you know. So that's, I guess that's part of the lesson.
I love that at Rosemary. I'm like laughing because I learned it in parts through my husband, who is a Marine, and he's just like unapologetic, like doing what he's doing.
Yeah,
That's
love
like
that. That's a lesson to us, right?
times it's a lesson. And when I was a new mom and we started to get up with our son in the morning, and it was like, okay, it's his turn. Like I'm sleeping in, maybe I'm gonna rest more.
Yeah.
He's gonna go do it. And I would notice that like he was going and like going to the bathroom first, um, starting his coffee, and then
It's
going
the baby.
like, you know, every like mom
Yeah.
like, wait a minute. And I remember speaking to him about it. I was like, wait a minute, Wayne, like you didn't go to him first. Why not? Like he woke up like he wasn't crying and there was no emergency, but
Yeah.
you could hear a babe. He woke up. He's ready to wake up.
Yeah.
And my husband's like, oh, because I had to go to the bathroom. Like,
Take care. Put your air mask on first, right?
take care of like otherwise I'm going to be helping him, right? Supporting him, but also like needing to go to the bathroom the whole time. And I'm like, yeah, why would we go care for someone else when we're totally uncomfortable the whole time? Because we didn't, and it kind of like
Yeah.
I call them divine downloads too, when
Yes.
things come in and it's like clicks for you. And I'm like, oh wow, like I can go to the bathroom. The world's not going to end. Or
Yeah. Yeah.
thing it is, it's okay. So,
Yes. Oh, that's awesome. All right. Any last words before we end today that you'd like to share?
um, you know, I think really that my main focus and mission is to normalize self-worth.
Hmm.
I
Love that.
say for women, but really if everyone, every kid, every being, every man, every woman could get that message. It's a message and then it's a remembering. It's a remembering. It's just coming home to yourself, coming home to your essence, your spiritual nature that like, yeah, I am worthy. And to operate in that way would be just such a beautiful
Freeing.
thing. The whole world would change
Yeah.
in a moment's time because you know, I think that we are doing great with the whole like I'm thinking of a parent teaching children, but like be kind to others and
Yeah.
like these are great. These are important lessons. But I'm like,
Be kind to yourself too.
where did we miss the be kind
Yeah.
to yourself and learn how to, you know, care for yourself?
Yeah.
And you can support
Yeah.
others all day. Like it's
That's right. That's right. Beautiful. Beautiful. So this is the Lightwalker's Path. You can learn more about my workshops, sessions, and books at rosemaryd.com. Please look up Mary. I'm going to have her information in the description when you go to my podcast. So thank you so much today, Mary.
Thank you, Rosemary, for having me. I loved that.